Imagine a world where the temperature rises by 4 to 8 degrees within the next 100 years. That's the grim reality we face if we don't tackle climate change head-on. Every day, we are reminded of the urgency to counteract climate change, a crisis that threatens to disrupt life as we know it. The consequences of this global problem are far-reaching and dire. Rising sea levels, extreme weather events, and loss of biodiversity are just a few of the potential outcomes if we fail to act. At the heart of our fight against climate change stand trees, nature's very own carbon dioxide absorbers. They are vital in our efforts to balance the carbon equation and cool our warming planet. But it's not just about planting more trees, it's about planting the right kinds of trees. The University of Vermont recently highlighted a challenge that's been largely overlooked: a lack of tree diversity. Just like in any ecosystem, diversity is key. Different tree species have different strengths and contribute in unique ways to their environment. Yet, our reforestation efforts are currently hindered by a shortage of diverse and adequate seedlings. Trees are our greatest allies in this battle, but are we equipping them well enough to fight? Researchers at the University of Vermont have thrown light on a challenge we're facing in our fight against climate change: lack of tree diversity. Now you may wonder, why does the diversity of trees matter in our battle against global warming? Well, it's not as simple as it seems. The university's study puts a spotlight on the shortage of diverse and adequate seedlings, which is throwing a wrench in our reforestation efforts. This is not just about planting any tree anywhere. It's about the right tree in the right place. You see, trees are not a one-size-fits-all solution to climate change. Different tree species have different capabilities when it comes to absorbing carbon dioxide, resisting pests, and withstanding extreme weather conditions. However, the current state of our forest nurseries paints a rather grim picture. Our nurseries lack a variety of tree species and varied seed collection zones. This means we're not only missing out on the benefits that come with a diverse tree population, but we're also limiting our ability to adapt to changing climates. Imagine it this way: our forests are like an orchestra, with each tree species playing a unique part in the symphony of an ecosystem. A well-balanced forest is like a well-composed symphony, with each part contributing to the music's overall harmony. However, if we only have a few types of instruments, the symphony is incomplete, and the music is off balance. This lack of diversity also impacts our ability to combat urban heat islands, areas in cities that are significantly warmer than surrounding rural areas. Certain tree species are better suited to cool urban environments, and without them, our cities continue to swelter. So, we have 1 billion trees to plant, but without variety, we're essentially bringing a knife to a gunfight. It's a daunting challenge, but one we must face head-on if we're to turn the tide in our fight against climate change. Diversity isn't just the spice of life, it's the lifeblood of our forests. Imagine a forest, not as a swath of identical trees, but as a mosaic of diverse species, each with its own unique contributions to the ecosystem. This scene delves into why such diversity is crucial for ecological restoration and climate adaptation. Think of different tree species as members of an orchestra, each playing a unique part in the symphony of the forest. Some trees, like the mighty oaks, act as carbon storage powerhouses, absorbing enormous amounts of carbon dioxide from our atmosphere. Others, like the humble willows, are champions of water filtration, keeping our rivers clean and our ecosystems thriving. But there's more to it than just individual contributions. A diverse forest is like a well-woven tapestry, resilient to changes and threats. When one tree species falls prey to a disease or pest, others remain, ensuring the forest's survival. This diversity also aids in climate adaptation. Different tree species have varying tolerances to heat, drought, and other climate-induced stressors. A diverse forest, therefore, is a resilient forest, capable of withstanding the impacts of climate change and helping to mitigate its effects. Moreover, tree diversity supports a plethora of wildlife, from birds that disperse seeds to insects that pollinate flowers. This biodiversity, in turn, further strengthens the resilience of the forest, creating a positive feedback loop of resilience and diversity. In a world grappling with climate change, the importance of tree diversity cannot be overstated. It's not just about the beauty of our forests. It's about the health of our ecosystems, the quality of our air and water, and ultimately, the survival of our planet. Tree diversity isn't just about the beauty of our forests, it's about the survival of our planet. It's clear that our reforestation efforts need a rethink. The clock is ticking, and the urgency to enhance tree diversity is more critical now than ever. Our survival hinges on the breadth of our seedlings, the range of our species, and the depth of our understanding of ecological restoration. It's time for forest management to step up, for policymaking to reflect this dire need. The fight against climate change is a fight for diversity, and it's a fight we cannot afford to lose.